I know I'm going to be controversial here and coaches are going to disagree with me, but this I think is the truth. What we're going to do here in this video is give you the steps and the guidelines that you can kind of follow and think about in the back of your mind when you're playing your game to know, okay, am I actually being effective? Am I using my energy wisely, or am I just blindly working hard and wasting my energy? What's going on, guys? It's Braden from Advancement Hockey Advising here, and today we'll be talking about how to manage your energy wisely on the ice. So this is actually a skill here that a lot of elite players use, actually pretty much all the elite players are using, that I don't see enough coaches stressing on. It really can be the difference between an elite player and a player that's good but not like next level, you know, between a player that accomplishes a lot on the ice and a player that doesn't accomplish so much. You've probably noticed it too out there, right? A good example is a guy that just is really fast, got all the skills and everything, but out there they just buzz around like crazy, but they don't really accomplish much. They just kind of skate around out there, but they're not really, you know, contributing to scoring goals and all that kind of stuff. Whereas you see other players, they're kind of just floating around out there, they're picking their moments, whatever, and then you don't really notice them all that much, but then they get like 3 or 4 points at the end of the game. So why is that? Why is it that not blindly working hard is the way to go? Well, it's because managing your energy and effectively and picking your moments and picking when you're going to spend that energy and all that kind of stuff, that's what determines if a player is really going to be successful out there or not. It's a really nuanced skill that I want to touch on because not enough people talk about it. If you're going to remember one thing from this video here, remember that there's a huge difference between working hard and being effective out there. You don't want to just blindly work hard, you want to be the effective kind of player. What we're going to do here in this video is give you the steps and the guidelines that you can kind of follow and think about in the back of your mind when you're playing your game to know, okay, am I actually being effective? Am I using my energy wisely, or am I just blindly working hard and wasting my energy? So these are the things that you want to think about here as we go through the video. Now, before we go through these guidelines, what would an AHA video be without me asking you to absolutely destroy that like button if you haven't already, and consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell if you're new here so you never miss content moving forward. So let's dive right into these guidelines right now. All right, so first guideline to keep in mind here is to pick your moments. Now, what do I mean by pick your moments? I mean that most of the time when you're on the ice out there, you're going to be using 30 to 40% of your energy just kind of gliding around, you know, not just gliding and not doing anything, but just like gliding, like lightly skating around, being in position, waiting, biding your time. And then when it's time, when it's your moment to use that energy, to use that burst, you go 90 to 95% of your overall output or energy that you have to give. We'll touch on the 90 to 95% in the second point, but for now, just know that you pick your moments, you wait, and then you go. The reason why you're doing this and not just like go all the time is because you see it, right? Like guys who go, they're gassed after like 15 or 20 seconds. And usually shifts, you want them to be around the 40 to 45 second range. So you really got to pick your moments and be strategic about it. Not mindlessly back check all the time, although sometimes it is important to back check. But let's say you're the last guy back, whether you back check super hard, and I know I'm going to be controversial here and coaches are going to disagree with me, but this I think is the truth. If you're one of the last guys back checking like maybe 50% and not 100% to get back in position at a given time will make no difference if you do that or if you go 100% balls to the wall. So it doesn't accomplish any more, so you're better to conserve that energy for when you do get back, you're not completely gassed, and if you get the puck, you can actually make a good play. So that's where it makes a huge difference not to mindlessly back check, not to mindlessly forecheck like a crazy person, to conserve your energy, to be in the right positions, to wait, and then when you see an opportunity, you pounce and you go, okay? You ever watch Connor McDavid play? Connor McDavid does this to a T. If you watch him out there, he glides around, then when he says, oh, give away, the team gave my teammate the puck, he beelines it. Draisaitl typically gives him a quick pass and he just skates by the defenseman, goes breakaway and scores bar down, you know? You see it like time and time again. He does this every game. And it's because he conserves his energy, he waits, and when the opportunity is there, through instinct, he senses it and he just goes at 90 to 95%. So that's a great example how to pick your moments. And now we're gonna move on to step 2 here, which step 2 is to almost never go 100% all out, okay? Almost never. Usually 90 to 95%. You notice McDavid, he almost never goes 100% full tilt. The reason why is that when you go 100%, you give it your all and you're completely exhausted after. If you're completely exhausted, when you get the puck, you most likely won't have the energy to really make the best play that you can make. Only in really rare circumstances do you go 100%. For example, if you're the last guy back and a guy's on a breakaway and you're chasing him to try and get the puck off him, sure, go 100%. If you're trying to win the puck race for a breakaway or to get the puck to get a 2-on-1 or something, sure, go 100% and then you slow up. But almost never do you go absolutely 100%. Even if you're on a breakaway, typically you only go 90 to 95, right? To try and break away so you can have at least a bit of control with the puck. McDavid does this really well. He's so fast at that 90 to 95% that even if a guy's chasing him at 100%, they're still not going to catch him, right? So it's important to build up your base level of skill and speed and all that, so that when you go 90 to 95, you're faster than guys going 100. And the reason why you do that is to get that nice control. The guideline number 2 here is in under very rare circumstance to go 100%. One caveat I want to state to guidelines 1 and 2 is if you're an energy guy. If you're an energy guy, then your role is to go all out, make the other team have a living nightmare when they play against you, that you're hitting them, you're going hard for like 20 to 25 seconds, then you get off, okay? If the coach designates you as that role, then fine, you don't have to really follow these guidelines too much, you just go all out, it's much more simple. But for guys who aren't in that role, which is gonna be most guys, really, focus on conserving your energy very well and very rarely giving it your absolute 100%, only when the time calls for it and when you pick your moments. All right, so the third and last guideline here that's not really related to the other two, but that's really important to mention, is to optimize your baseline energy levels. Now, we made a whole video on how to have more energy on the ice. You can check it out up here if you click it to go more in depth on it, but I'll give you the quick rundown of it basically. So clean up your diet. That's probably the most important. Really have a super clean diet as an athlete, super important. Dial in your workouts and warm-ups and recovery methods and all that kind of stuff. Super important to do that. Number 3, dial in your sleep. Get the adequate sleep that you need. If you need to nap before games, do that as well. Really important to get that dialed down. Number 4, really important, hot cold showers or ice baths, whatever you want to do. I love doing a hot cold shower before a game, finishing on cold, and then after the game as well to recover. And a step beyond that is an ice bath. So if you do that, it really makes a big difference in terms of recovery. And then last but not least is having the right mental state, right? If your mental state is more of a fear-based state versus like an attack confidence-based state, that's really going to make a big difference too. So making sure that you have all those things in line, and you'll be golden to have at least the baseline energy levels being optimized. All right, guys, so let's do a quick recap of the main guidelines here to follow to manage your energy wisely. So number 1 is to pick your moments. Number 2 is to almost never go 100% of your total energy level, but more so at 90 to 95% when you're really going hard. And then number 3 is to optimize your baseline levels of energy. All right, my friends, that is it for the video. Hopefully you got some value out of it, and hopefully you find a way to, manage this energy more wisely on the ice. Again, I have to stress that it's a skill that's not talked about enough, and it can really elevate your game to the next level if you know how to use this skill properly. So really, if you need to watch the video again to find the nuance and all that, I really encourage you to do this and to also practice it in your practices. Start there and start implementing in your game, and you'll see there's going to be a huge difference moving forward if you really do master this skill. If you did like this video, and if you haven't already, absolutely destroy that like button. It goes a long way for the YouTube algorithm and for more people to see these videos. That'll be very important and valuable to them. Also too, if you're new here and if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss another video moving forward. If you have any thoughts about the video, any comments you want to give, feel free to comment down below or send us a private email at info@ahadvising.com and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on that next one.